Hey everyone, welcome to My Wife the Dietitian, a weekly podcast about lifestyle and healthy eating. I'm Rob, and together with my wife Sandra, we invite you to join us on this informative yet entertaining journey through the complex world of healthy eating.
We'll cover everything but the kitchen sink. Each week we'll discuss topics ranging from how to protect yourself from developing cancer, spicy foods to rev up the libido, to caring for your palliative grandfather with Alzheimer's.
We'll also delve into more complex issues like, what the heck is oat milk? Why doesn't my butt fit into these jeans? And every guy's favorite question, will eating spinach really make it bigger? Join us each week as we strive to educate, enlighten, and entertain you.
Hi, Rob.
Hello, Sandra.
We're on episode 52
Wow, yeah, that's like a whole year
of weekly episodes.
Wow, we've been busy.
Yeah. Well, actually, with the stats that we got through our podcast provider, it's we have been very busy. I guess the top 4% of content creation in the health and fitness category.
Wow.
More than 96% of other creators.
We get a trophy for that? It's probably in the mail.
1,641 minutes of new content.
Wow, there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
And we've only just brushed the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, exactly. I mean, there's just every day it's like, oh, podcast episode. Oh, that'll be a podcast episode.
Totally, exactly.
And we're the top 15% most shared globally, which is really cool.
I guess people like it.
Yeah, and over 30 countries. People from over 30 countries are listening to us.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
We get this list that says all the different countries that are listening, and sometimes it'll be like these obscure little countries in crazy parts of the world, and yeah, it's really kind of interesting that and amazing that there's people all over the world listening. So thank you. We really appreciate everyone who's taken part in this and joined us on our journey, and we look forward to doing more next year.
And it's the top 20% most followed podcast on the in the podcasting world.
Wow. It's quite the honor.
Yeah, I know. I feel I'm really excited about
High five.
Those stats. Yeah, well, it's good. I want more people eating beans.
Yeah. That's one of the goals, right?
That's right.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's obviously something that people are interested in, and we're just glad that you guys are enjoying it, and we can be here to provide that information for you. And we're both learning a lot. I'm learning tons. I listened to some of the earlier episodes and how naive I was about things that I am now quite knowledgeable about. So yeah, it's definitely changed some of the things we do around here for the better. So yes. So today we thought it would be fun to do the year in review, or a look back, or however you want to call it. But we thought we'd take you sort of through a little journey of some of the fun times we've had, some of the things we've learned, just kind of a walk through 2022 with my wife, the dietitian. So that's what today is going to be all about. So yeah, get comfortable and enjoy the ride. It all started with a Dr. Seuss inspired jingle about the complexities of milk. You can get it from a cow, you can get it from a goat, you can get it from a can, and even from an oat. There's hemp milk, rice milk, organic milk and cream, soy, almond, buttermilk, booby milk, and steamed. We took you on a journey that covered everything from head to toe. Well, almost.
We talked all about different body systems, the brain and preventing dementia, mood and mental health, eyes, skin health, chewing, and how important it is for digestion and gut health. We talked about bowels, which is the other end with gut health. And then we also talked about sexual health and men's health and seniors' health, and also immune system and cancer prevention.
We also gave you some practical tips.
Like picky eaters, and we actually got valuable feedback from listeners on how tips have helped their family dynamics and relationship with food. We talked about meal delivery services, how to grocery shop with reading labels, and also using a budget while you're grocery shopping, how to barbecue, and good ways for sleeping.
We also covered lots of different foods and components,
such as fats, oils, and grease. ultra-processed foods, beans and seeds, fiber, protein powders, vitamins and minerals, supplements, phytochemicals, antioxidants, polyphenols, and we talked about coffee, a whole episode on it, and a whole episode on water and hydration.
We had some special guests join us this year as well.
Today, we have a special guest, dietitian Meredith Cushing, who will discuss some exciting food rescue initiatives to help with food insecurity around Vancouver, BC.
I think most people would probably be astounded to know that 58% of all food that's produced in Canada is wasted or lost every year. And within produce alone, that can amount to a $3.1 billion worth of produce that's rejected, often purely just for cosmetic reasons.
So we're here today with Katie Dodd, dietitian from the Geriatric Dietitian. She's an esteemed colleague and expert on geriatric nutrition. And we're here to talk about vitamin K and the warfarin diet for blood thinners.
Vitamin K does so much good stuff in our bodies, and even like at the cellular level, all the wonderful stuff vitamin K does. And if we just avoid vitamin K foods altogether, that can result in some potential risks. Being deficient in vitamin K, increased risk of bruising, bleeding problems, bone issues, including higher risk of osteoporosis. So this is an important nutrient we need to have. And so I'm glad that we're having this conversation today and hopefully educating some people who maybe in the past were like, oh, I can't eat greens, I miss my spinach.
We have a special guest joining us today. You can find him kicking around the beaches of Southern California. He's an associate professor at Santa Barbara City College. He's got a master's degree in human performance. He's a coach, a runner, a surfer, and a kiteboarder. And he's been on a strict plant-based vegan diet for the last 7 years.
You know, I think that I am recovering between hard workouts, from races, and just overall in general, better than I was before I went vegan.
His name is Scott Fickerson, and he joins us today to discuss the ins and outs of fueling yourself on a plant-based diet. We also had a few other characters show up.
Hey, top of the morning to you. I'm Angus O'Shanahan, part of the O'Shanahan clan, and it's my pleasure to be here to tell you about the show. We've got a special wee episode for you today, inspired by St. Paddy himself. It's all about those lucky Irish green foods, and we're not talking about spuds. So go put your feet up and have a wee listen and see if you can't learn yourself a thing or two.
There's poached eggs, fried eggs, scrambled eggs, Easter eggs, eggnog, deviled eggs, pickled eggs, egg salad, creamed eggs, coddled eggs, eggs Florentine, ham and eggs, steak and eggs, Scotch eggs. You can get them hard boiled, soft boiled, sunny side up, over easy. You can make quiche with them, French toast, egg foo young, souffle, omelets.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! It's Santa calling from the North Pole. We love your podcast up here. We listen every week. Mrs. Claus says I need to cut down on my cookies and treats this year, or the sleigh won't be able to take off. We're hoping you can do a special Christmas podcast to keep us all healthy this holiday season. Keep up the good work, you two. Merry Christmas!
No, Santa, not the coal.
Sandra surprised me with some pop quizzes, and we learned some fancy big words.
Cruciferous. A
cruciferous.
Thank you. Indoles and isothiocyanates.
Oh, of course.
It's a really long. How many syllables is that?
I can't believe I didn't remember that.
That actually, those reduce the risk of cancer. So
I can't believe you actually said that without stuttering. That's impressive. If you've listened to a lot of our podcast episodes, you'll know we like to have fun. We've had a lot of laughs over the year and even a few fun songs.
And everybody's different in terms of what their aim is when they're drinking their milk. So some people...
There's a few ways I could take that. Anyway, carry on.
Okay.
What's your goal with drinking milk?
Well, I mean, some people use it for calcium and vitamin D and protein.
Some people bathe in it. Right?
Yeah.
Some people bathe in it and they like put flowers all over them and take pictures and put it on Instagram. I don't know anyone that's done that myself. But I've heard that's a thing to do.
You're funny. Oh my goodness.
It's something people forget, that our bodies are like a machine and we need to fuel them properly or the machine doesn't work. And when you're talking about, as James Brown said, the sex machine, it's one of my favorite. We should actually have that as our theme song for this episode.
It's a good idea.
Right? He was onto something, I guess. I never really paid attention to the lyrics before, but maybe I should now.
Yeah, no, the CPAP machine it's actually like a mask that they put on and to sleep with. So
That must help you sleep.
Yeah.
Having a big mask on your face and all these people watching you with clipboards and spotlights and stuff. Have a good sleep, Mr. Gentleman. I'll see you in the morning. Nighty-night.
That would be it would be hard to fall asleep.
Do you think? Yeah. We're just going to monitor you while you sleep. I'm like, do you think so? I don't know. I don't know how much sleep I'm going to be getting with all you guys standing around watching me.
Actually, I think they actually take it home and do it at home.
They take what home?
I think the monitoring.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant they all come to my house. Okay, guys, I'm going to go to bed now. Come on in. You can stand over there. There's a chair in the corner for you. We'll get another chair for the other 2, 3. How many of you guys are in?
You crack me up.
So I'll do my best. I've been feeling really stiff lately when I wake up in the morning, and I'm like, I sort of like Googled it and tried to figure out what's going on, and
Sure, okay.
And it's one of the things that it suggests, which you don't.
Isn't that called morning wood, honey?
Morning wood. Yes,
Just
I've
joking.
been suffering from. Yeah, you're crazy. Now I can't think straight.
You're blushing.
I am
This
blushing.
is great.
It's
I got
usually
you to
me-
blush.
It's usually me cracking the jokes at you. Maybe that's how the pyramids were built. Maybe the secret's out. It's just a lot of coffee. All right, everyone, line up. Here's your daily dose. We're gonna give you 1,000 milligrams each, and then we're gonna get to work moving those boulders.
That's one way
Right?
to do it.
That's what happens when you feed thousands of people coffee. You know, stuff gets done.
You don't want to like overdo your protein because then that stresses the kidneys and
Yeah, your
isn't-
muscles. You don't want your muscles to get too big. Man, Grandma's ripped. Look at her. Holy, look at those abs. Granny abs.
You're so funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so there's a limit.
Right. Beans, they're good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you live long and prosper.
I'm sitting in my yurt with my good friend Bert, eating a bowl of gurts. We got soy gurts, oat gurts, and pea gurts too. It sure beats a bowl of dirt. Fill out your shirt, it really doesn't hurt, eating a bowl of gurts. Them bones, them dancing bones, them bones, dancing bones. I know you're singing it. Come on. How can you not? Bones, them, dancing bones, them. We shared a lot of information with you this year, and I know it's a lot to remember, so we're going to make it easy for you. Here are the fundamentals in a nutshell.
Well, diets have been around for eons, as we saw in episode 12, Diet Trends Through the Years. And, you know, diets are marketed, they're commercialized, there's products to sell, there's celebrities promoting them, and then they increase the demand for certain products. It used to be low fat in the good old days, and then low carb, and then keto products, and then paleo products for the paleo diet, and gluten-free. So bottom line is these are all ultra-processed products. And ultra-processed, as we know from episode 24, are foods that we want to limit. So 11 dietary fundamentals in a nutshell include 3 servings of whole grains a day, 2 nuts and seeds daily, 3, beans and legumes 3 to 4 times a week. Number 4, a cup of leafy greens daily. 5, 1 orange, vegetable, or fruit every day. 6, 1 green vegetable or fruit every day, and that could be the leafy greens. 7, fish twice a week. Remember the smash. You have to go back and listen to that one. The smash are the fish that we want to include because they're low in mercury and smaller fish.
I know what that is. It's sardines, mackerel, anchovies, salmon, and herring.
Woohoo!
Look at that.
Nice. You're
I impressed myself with that one.
100% there.
Wow.
Number 8, vitamin D. So having a supplement in the winter might be what you need. 1,000 IUs. Number 9, 3 servings of calcium-rich foods and fluids daily. So remember our episode number 1, all about milk alternatives. And then plant gurts was another episode. And definitely canned fish with bones is a great way to get some calcium. Number 10, cruciferous vegetables. So we've talked all about cabbage and cauliflower, broccoli, kale, and spinach and arugula. And then number 11, berries twice a week. Those are your fundamentals.
So there you have it. That's 2022 with My Wife the Dietitian. A little review for everyone. A little look back at some of the things we talked about, some of the laughs we shared, and then our list, our fundamentals that we learned through the year. So I hope everyone enjoyed that. So now we're going to have a look at 2023, and Sandra's going to give us some ideas of some of the things we're going to talk about next year.
Thanks, Rob. We're looking forward to discussing with you various topics for 2023, including gallbladder and bile health,
Ooh, fun.
epigenetics and nutrigenetics,
No idea what that is. There's those big words again.
hormone health, menopause, longevity, yo-yo dieting, metabolism, breast cancer prevention, eating together in family meals, eating for shift work, tea, energy drinks, caffeine, and practical meal tips such as ideas for salads, grain bowls, smoothie recipes, and definitely we'll be busting some myths and misconceptions.
Yeah, and that's just January.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to be busy. There's going to be lots of new topics to discuss and learn, and fun things to look forward to.
Oh, it's so fun. I love researching the topics and then discussing them with you.
Yeah, I wish you guys could see inside, like, what happens here as far as getting ready for the podcast and doing the podcast. It's really quite a process. All right, so what are we talking about next week? It's like the New Year's episode, kind of.
That's right. We're going to actually, instead of New Year's resolutions, we're going to be talking about SMART goals to set for behavior change for the new year.
Yeah, it's sort of like a step above New Year's resolutions.
Well, it's actually setting goals that will
Actually work.
follow through with and take action.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Awesome. All right, well, I hope everyone enjoyed joining us this year on My Wife the Dietitian and on this episode today, the year in review. We look forward to talking to you all next week and next year. In the meantime, you can check out our social media pages. We've got our Facebook page at My Wife the Dietitian, as well as Instagram. You can visit our website at mywifethedietitian.com. You can email us if you have any questions or comments. We love comments. mywifetherd@gmail.com. And don't forget to rate and review the show. That's like we say every week, that's really important for us. It's important for other listeners to get an idea of if this show's worthy or not. We all know it is, but it's nice for everyone to share their comments. And yeah. Anything else, Sandra?
Happy holidays, everyone, and Happy New Year.
Absolutely. All right. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for joining us today on My Wife the Dietitian. If you like what you heard, don't be shy. Leave us a comment or review, and be sure to share our podcast with your friends. If you'd like to hear more, hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on our social media pages for updates, episode trailers, and other odds and ends. For more info and links on what we discussed on today's episode, check the show notes. We'll be back next week with another informative and fun-filled episode.